February was a great month. I really don't have that much else to say about it, so let's go ahead and dive right in to the favorites. First, I will show you, this is my new little Rebecca Minkoff bag. This was a gift for Valentine's Day that I got from my boyfriend. I just love this bag. I think the size of it is so perfect. It's just like a beautiful little crossbody bag, plenty of space inside for stuff. I'm using this bag right now. I love like the big fringe detail that kind of like hangs off of it. So this is so pretty and I just love it, and I was delighted to receive it for Valentine's Day. The next thing that I want to mention is actually the candle that I have burning. This is the Volcano Candle. The candle company is called Capri Blue. You can find this at Anthropologie, or I've also seen it at different boutiques. I got this actually at a little boutique here in Houston called Get Personal too. And then I also have the room spray. So this is a really strong and concentrated fragrance. I actually keep this in my bathroom, but I like spraying it even in my living room or bedroom or even in here. I mean, this fragrance is amazing. It's very fresh. It's like fruity, but it still has kind of like a sophistication to it. It's a really, really delicious scent. I highly recommend checking it out. It's just a beautiful fragrance for the home. Next, we are going to move into all of my makeup favorites. Let's talk about makeup first. The lipstick is definitely an oldie but a goodie. I'm wearing MAC's Velvet Teddy. This is a matte formula. I love this lipstick, honestly, for any time of year. I think it always looks great. For me, it's a beautiful nude color. It kind of has a little bit of a brown nude undertone. And then actually over Velvet Teddy, I'm wearing this lip gloss, which is a little bit newer to my collection. This is Bite Beauty Lush Fruit Lip Gloss in the shade Rambutan. It's a really pretty nude lip gloss. Like I said, I am wearing it today over Velvet Teddy. Like any lipstick that you put it on top of, it kind of makes it a little bit lighter and it makes it a little bit more nude. So that's how I've used it on top of Velvet Teddy today. Bite Beauty obviously has a fantastic formula. They use great ingredients. So I really like this lip combo that I'm wearing right now. There has been another MAC lipstick that I have absolutely been loving. This is the shade Twig, and this is a satin formula. And this is a beautiful, beautiful everyday color too. I can totally wear this to work, but it's a little bit more like berry undertone, whereas Velvet Teddy is more of like a nude with brown. Again, the formulas are different. Velvet Teddy is matte, this one's satin. But this is a beautiful, beautiful lipstick. I really love it. I would definitely check that one out if you're looking for some new good neutral everyday MAC lipsticks. And there's been a primer that I've been particularly loving this month. I have had this for a while. In fact, I think I got this back during the VIB sale. It is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Smoothing Primer. If you have large pores and you want to minimize the appearance of them under your foundation, I have been loving using this with the Clinique Beyond Perfection Foundation Plus Concealer. I haven't had that foundation for too long yet, so I didn't want to include it in my favorites, but this totally transformed that foundation for me. When I first tried the foundation, I wasn't sure if I loved it, and then I tried it with this primer and I fell in love with it. So this primer can totally transform a foundation. I really like concentrating it kind of like right here where my pores seem to be enlarged. Sometimes I'll even pair this with the mattifying primer from Makeup Forever, but I think the smoothing one is the one that really makes the biggest, most noticeable and just amazing difference for me. So I really love this one. Might be a little bit difficult to see on the back of my hand here, but it has kind of like a light skin tint, and when you rub it in, I can tell it just smooths all of the texture, all of the fine lines. This is just a fantastic primer, and this is kind of the smaller size, but I think I totally would buy the full size of this. A little bit of this goes a really long way. You don't need to use that much of this on your face to show a result. So I feel like this is still gonna last me for a while. For foundation this month, I've been testing out a lot of new stuff because there's been so much new stuff that's come out lately, and I haven't made a video about it yet, but I have tried out several different cushion foundations. So far, I have tried out the Lancome cushion foundation, which Spoiler alert, I did not like that one. I've tried out the L'Oreal True Match Lumi cushion. This is the one that is in my favorites video. This is the Laneige BB cushion. This is the one that you get at Target. This is a Korean brand, I believe, that came across to the US. All of the cushion foundations are set up pretty much exactly the same. Open it up and you get a nice big mirror in this one. You get a puff that just kind of sits right in here. Mine is very dirty, so please excuse that. This is just a plastic cover that covers the cushion where the actual foundation sits. Now, I have mine in the shade medium. This one is $34, I believe, which is less expensive than like the Lancome and the Amore Pacific, but it's obviously more expensive than the L'Oreal True Match Lumi cushion or the Physicians Formula one. However, with the $34, you actually get this whole compact and you also get a refill. So it's like you're actually getting two of the foundations. This is a BB cushion, so it's technically a BB cream. I've pretty much been wearing this every single day to work. And when I wear this, I do still use concealer on my under eyes, but I find that I don't really need to put concealer anywhere else on my face because this does such a great job at covering. They don't have a huge color selection, but the color medium works really, really well for me. I think this one is a great option if you have a little bit more oily skin because this one is made to keep your face matte, and I find that I do powder on top of this, but when I do, it does stay decent. It doesn't make me look greasy or shiny throughout the day. I mean, it wears beautifully, and I've been wearing this to work every day. So putting it on in the morning around, 6:30 a.m. and coming home around 6 p.m. and it's still looking decent. So this is fantastic. It has SPF 50 in it. Feels really cooling on the face. It's so easy to put on just with the cushion. I cannot just rave about this enough. I've really been enjoying this a lot. The next product that I want to mention is something that's newer to the drugstore, I believe. This was something that I saw and it looked really cool. First of all, the packaging is really fun. Kind of actually reminds me, it looks like a MAC limited edition type of compact. Anyway, it's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I got the bronzer shade. I think there's like a light shade and a shade that's called bronzer. So this is made with Muru butter. It smells delicious. It smells like sunscreen mixed with a pina colada, pretty much. It smells fantastic. And the formula of this is really cool. I don't own any of those Makeup Forever bronzers with the ridges in them, but this is kind of what I imagine their formula to be like. It has that Muru butter in it, but it actually feels like butter. It feels amazing. You can maybe barely see it on my hand. So it gives you a very natural bronze. It's not extremely warm toned, so I find I can kind of contour with it a little bit if I want to. It's just a really beautiful bronzer. It goes on very smoothly. It smells delicious when you're putting it on. It supposedly has some like skincare benefits. I'm not sure, but this is a fantastic drugstore bronzer. Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. It did come out in December, so it has been out for a little while now. I know most of you guys have seen it. If you saw my Sephora haul, you would have seen it. It is kind of a more cool toned palette compared to the other two chocolate bars. I'm actually not wearing it today, ironically, but I've been wearing it like every day to work. This almond truffle color is just beautiful in the crease. And then I also love Molasses Chip for an all over the lid shade. Cashew Chew is a really pretty lid shade as well. Bordeaux and Mocha. These are probably my 5 favorite shades. So this one we've got Almond Truffle. And then this one is the Molasses Chip. Ooh, Molasses Chip is just so pretty. And then this one is Cashew Chew, which is much lighter, kind of just like a satin color. And then this one is Bordeaux, which you can see is so pigmented, and it's that beautiful kind of like dark reddy brown. And then this one is Mocha. This is kind of awkward. Also so pretty, such a pretty transition shade. Almond Truffle and Mocha are beautiful transition shades. I mean, these swatches alone, these 5 colors, is enough for me to justify buying this palette. So I absolutely love both of the highlight shades. Divinity is the more matte one. It's kind of a white, like a cream with kind of more yellow undertone. And then Satin Sheets is the shimmer tone one that has a little bit more pink in it. So you can see Satin Sheets kind of shining in the light right there. And then Divinity is the light swatch right here. Oh my gosh, I love this palette, you guys. I cannot rave about it enough. Obviously it smells like chocolate, which is just another bonus. The other eye product I wanted to mention is something that I've also heard so much about on YouTube. There's a ton of hype around this mascara, And I was really skeptical, but I also just really wanted to try it out for myself to see if it did live up to the hype. And I'm here to tell you that it does. It is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. When I first saw this wand, I was not sure how I felt about it. I didn't know how I felt about this curve. I was just kind of like, I don't know about this. The formula of this is fantastic. This is what I'm wearing today. Really gives you both volume and length. It separates and defines your lashes. Yeah, this is a fantastic mascara. I have been wearing it every single day over any of the high-end mascaras that I own. It's just really great. So very, very impressed with this formula from Maybelline. There is just one hair product that I want to mention this month, and that is the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil from Bumble and Bumble. I've had this for a really long time, probably getting close to a year, but I've just really recently started appreciating it. I think because obviously it's the winter months, my hair and my skin have been getting both a lot drier, but my ends are very dry in my hair and I've been trying to grow my hair out. So I feel like it gives my hair both softness and shine, makes the split ends or like the frizz in my hair just look a lot more smooth and polished. And I find that it has like a nice soft scent as well. I usually like to just rub it in my hands like that, and then I'll just kind of distribute it like one hand on each side of hair. It adds shine, it smells good, it makes your hair feel really soft. I just have really been enjoying the oil, and it's not too heavy, I think is the thing. I have coconut oils or other oils that I sometimes like using on my hair, but they're really thick and they can quickly make your hair very greasy. This one I find you can use, a pretty generous amount. I just use 2 pumps there. I'll usually use anywhere between 2 to 4. 4 is definitely like the max I would use, and I have very thick hair, so I would say 2 pumps is usually enough to get you covered, and it just kind of smooths your hair and makes it shinier, so I really do enjoy that. That pretty much wraps up everything for my February favorites. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. There was one more thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that was a TV show that I'm loving lately. First of all, How to Get Away with Murder is back. I've only watched 1 episode of that, I think 1 or 2 episodes of that so far, and obviously that one's great. The newer show that I've been loving is The People vs. O.J. Simpson American Crime Story. It's on FX, I think, and I've been watching it through iTunes, so I purchased the season pass on iTunes, and I think it comes out every Tuesday, so I usually watch it on a Wednesday, and it has like John Travolta in it. Cuba Gooding Jr. is playing O.J. Simpson. Selma Blair is in it playing Kris Kardashian. The actor, I don't know his name, but whoever plays Ross in Friends plays Robert Kardashian. Cast full of stars. The acting is phenomenal. The filming of it, like the camera, the cinematography, I guess, the shots in it are amazing. It's just a really good, entertaining show, and it's very interesting for me because I was kind of a little bit too young to really fully get into the O.J. Simpson trial when it was going on. So now this kind of like dramatization, like recap of it is just really interesting for me to watch because I'd heard so much about it growing up. Let me know if you guys have watched that show or if you've watched any other good shows down in the comments. I always love, getting new recommendations and checking new things out. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. That would mean a lot to me. And that's gonna be it. I will see you all in my next video. Have a fantastic month of March. Bye.